Let's talk about the Atlantic Coast Conference here tonight. Virginia and Virginia Tech. Hokies win this game 62-53 in Blacksburg. Randolph, immediate reaction.
I thought it was a better game than people thought. I mean, you knew it was going to be a low-scoring game. Virginia games tend to fly by. They don't foul much, and they do a really good job defending and controlling the pace. Virginia Tech is playing as well as anyone in the ACC for sure. They have enough games left to play themselves into the tournament if they continue on this streak. I like the way they're playing. They're playing good basketball. They shoot the three well, second in the country. And obviously with Kevin Aluma and Justin Mutz, they got a chance.
I actually thought Virginia played a pretty good ball game. I mean, that building, Castle Coliseum is a tough place to play. I mean, I love whenever you're watching a game and you see the fans are literally up against the wall. I mean, the last seat in the house, there are people up against the wall. Like they're feeling the cold air from the outside going through the wall of the building. And that's how it was. I mean, it was a tough environment. I thought Virginia, he really brought it. Shedrick was tough. He continues to emerge for them. Reese Beekman played with a confidence that I haven't seen from him in a while. And Jaden Gardner continues to really emerge as a scorer for them. He had 17 and 14 today. I thought they did a lot of good things, but just couldn't get over the finish line. And, for Virginia, I think this was a game they really needed for their NCAA tournament hopes. Obviously, they get two opportunities coming up, Saturday at Miami and then Wednesday at Duke, home against Duke. You win both of those. I mean, it obviously change your luck, but I thought they needed this one as a potential quadrant one game. But, I think Virginia was a team that we kind of forgot about after they started 0-4 in the league, and they've just kind of scrapped and clawed their way back into, the conversation. The metrics love Virginia Tech. They're top 30.
We struggled with it. Remember when they were 0-4, we were like, why are they still in the tournament? They were like 0-4 to start the league, and they were still in the tournament. It was crazy.
Yeah, the metrics love the Hokies. Aluma was tremendous today. Blocking shots, rebounding the ball, finishing at the basket. They had no answer. He's been great lately. And, I think this is a team where especially with the way they shoot it, even if they're not in the tournament heading into conference tournament week, you get them going on a run and Couture starts feeling himself and Aline starts feeling it from deep. It could get dangerous. You could make a run to the conference championship game and really get interesting.
Where they've separated themselves, having seen them early in the year and now, is they're getting a bench. They're getting production from their bench. And there's not a lot of teams in this league, just like there's not a lot of teams in the country that and I think that's one of the most underrated things going into the tournament. They're getting production from their bench where I'm telling you 5 games into the ACC play, I think I covered their 5th game, and when Maddox got in and hit a 3, it was the 21st point from the bench in 5 games. And then now, just watching them last game, I mean, I watched Maddox come in and have 10 off the bench. They're just getting production, and they're probably going to a legitimate 8 or 9, 9 deep now, and they didn't have that before.
Well, and the thing with Virginia Tech is I don't think that the nation would put this together, but folks, they're a top 20 Ken Pom offensive team as things stand in this moment. I don't think people would understand that. And Aluma is one of the more underappreciated players nationally. He's big time. He figures out ways to make things happen for that team. They're a well-coached group that disappointed earlier in the season, but has put it together. And you're right, Kevin. The metrics do like them. They do not own a quad 1 win. They don't have anything that makes you say, oh, God, that's horrible. But where do you side? Will Virginia Tech make the NCAA tournament?
I would lean no unless they can really do something in the conference tournament, right? I think they are going to need to make a significant statement in that event, even if they don't win it. But, man, I mean, if you win out and you get a quad 1 win at Miami, and maybe if Clemson winds up sneaking back into quadrant 1 territory on the road and you steal another there, Carolina this weekend, I wouldn't rule it out, but I think the path is best through the ACC tournament. But again, the bubble, I mean, it's not a high bar to clear right now.
No.
If you just keep winning, let everybody else beat each other up. Let everybody else fall. In 2 weeks, this story might be different. Right now, they're, next 4 out to me at best. I think they're probably, in the really like the next four out, the 9 to 12 away from it. But there's a path there, I think.
It'll change by the week because, I mean, they're all right there, right? I mean, Wake just lost to Miami, and then they got Duke coming up. I mean, there's going to be 4 teams in it for sure, maybe from the ACC, and that's being kind, but they're all going to play and beat each other up here. So, who wins those matches? Virginia Tech I think they dug themselves in too far of a hole, but they're the hottest team in the league, winning 6 straight. They're going to have to finish really strong here. But Mike, the question is what happens if those other teams come back to them and they somehow, with the metrics loving them, find themselves in the top 4 to 5 right there, and which is possible because after Tuesday, tomorrow, Wake could be 10-6, only a 1 game ahead of them.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if them and Notre Dame are going to wind up regretting deeply the fact that they lost on the road at Boston College. And I get that Earl Grant has got him fighting, but that's the loss, that you look back on, you say, because look, everything else on the resume, I mean, I guess they lost at home to NC State. That's not great. But you lost at BC. That's the game that's there. That's the game that's there. You pencil it in.
Which one's worse? The NC State's one worse than Boston College.
Right, but NC State has 2 future pros, in Sebring and Terquavian Smith.
But the computers don't care about that.
They don't care who you got.
I agree with the metrics. I'm saying when you went in and you game planned it and you looked at who Boston College had, you said, we better be able to beat these guys. We better be able to win that game. You got to find a way. And again, right, every team has those, but I think for the league, and we're about to, kind of try to figure out how many bids this thing's going to get. I think for Virginia Tech and for Notre Dame, that BC game could really be impactful.
The difference, though, was that Notre Dame has a win over Kentucky.
Yes. That win has helped them 100%.
Yeah. And also the difference is that Notre Dame's won 4 in a row, and they're tied for first place in the league.
No, Notre Dame's in a better position right now. I'm not saying that.
They are.
But I'm saying I have them in the field right now. I think they're in good shape. But if it's close, if they're sweating on Selection Sunday, a big reason why they're sweating is because of that Boston College game in early December.
If they're sweating, then it's a 1-bit lead because no one else. Like if they're 11-3, like if they're sweating, it's Duke and they got to be in. If they're sweating, UNC doesn't have a chance.
All right, wait.
Field
of 68 After Dark, Sirius XM Channel 84, Twitter, YouTube. We're sponsored by Bet Rivers, John Fanta, Randolph, Childress, Kevin Sweeney. So we're going to stay right there. Randolph, how many bids will the Atlantic Coast Conference get on Selection Sunday?
I'm going to say 4 for sure, depending on how things finish up, 5. But I think they'll get 4.
Okay. I believe in the 5th. I think Duke's obviously there. I think North Carolina's getting in. I think Miami.
Whoa. You just said North Carolina's getting in?
I think North Carolina's getting in the field.
So if North Carolina's getting in, then 5 are probably getting in.
That's the thing. Because this is what let's go back. And you're finished. I'm sorry cutting you off. But listen.
No, you're good.
If UNC is going to Virginia Tech this weekend, UNC, do they have a quad 1 win yet?
No, they have to win that game to get their.
You know what I'm saying? So now that oof. Go ahead.
The thing is, though, North Carolina has a clean resume. They have not lost a non-quadrant 1 game.
Clean. It's the equivalent. Clean. It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent to a chain restaurant. Clean. It's the equivalent to it's the equivalent to nothing's open, so I got to go there for the late night appetizers because I don't have a choice. Clean. That is not clean.
Yes, it is. By definition, the clean. No. I'm not saying
it's a middle class resume. North Carolina's resume is a middle class resume. It might get them in because their name carries more weight than another, and I'm saying they will television get in the revenue.
I agree with that. I don't think it's a spectacular resume by any means, but I think they will.
That's an understatement. Their resume's bad. I said it. They may have the worst resume of. Obviously, a Duke, Notre Dame, Miami, Wake, and Virginia. They have the worst resume.
They do have the best metrics of Notre Dame, Miami. They have way better metrics, 20 spots different in the net in KenPom. So I think that helps them.
That means somebody from Carolina is just doing the analytics thing, because there's no way you can tell me that resume thing. They've been blown out by any decent opponent that they've had.
I've been wondering what Roy Williams is doing. He's programming.
Yeah. He's at home with his computer making it happen, baby. Let
me tell you something right now, Kevin. You cannot say that North Carolina's resume is clean.
It's clean by definition. Is you're not loose. You have no they have no Q3 losses, no Q4 losses,
and no quad one wins.
Loss.
No quad one wins.
Yeah, they're winless against quadrant one and undefeated against everybody else. That's the definition of clean. They've done nothing wrong.
Clean.
Oh my gosh.
North Carolina's resume is clean.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I don't think you can sit here and say a clean resume to me is one that has some nice looking wins on it and has no blemishes. Some areas for improvement, but that's clean. They don't have, there's nothing, no part of that plate is shiny.
No,
for North Carolina.
How about I frame it this way? North Carolina has yet to screw up yet. North Carolina has yet to do something to take themselves out of the NCAA tournament. They have not,
but they haven't done anything
Boston
to put themselves in. They haven't done
Yeah.
anything to put themselves in. That's the difference. We can't say to take it out. They haven't done anything to put themselves in it.
The only thing that holds them in right now is that their metrics are good and that they haven't lost anyone bad. And eventually someone's going to jump them if they don't beat someone, right? But they have Virginia Tech this weekend on the road. They go to Duke at the end of the season. They'll get probably 2 opportunities in the conference tournament.
You think they're winning?
Win a couple, right?
You think they're winning? You think they're beating Coach K in his last act at Cameron?
No, but I think they're winning at Virginia Tech on Saturday.
North Carolina is the equivalent to Jeff Fisher.
No, Sweeney. I bet you dinner on that one.
Virginia Tech?
Yes.
Okay.
They are not going in the castle getting that.
And let me tell you something right now. I'm hopping in on that dinner, and it's medium rare.
Yes, baby. And I like wine with mine, and I'm not a cheap date, so get ready.
Yeah.
All that money you making, we talked about it last time. All that money, baby.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Card, baby.
Oh, yeah. He's in that workers' union.
You're going to kill me at the Final Four.
He's in that. Oh, we are killing you at the Final Four. Let me tell you something. On this big Monday, there weren't a lot of college basketball games. Guess who lost to me tonight? The Cows. The Cows took a loss. A big loss tonight. They are on the outside looking in. This is the Field of 68. After Dark, Sirius XM, Channel 84. It's the Valentine's Day show, which means after this, we are playing the college basketball newlyweds game. You have to marry somebody. You have to just date somebody. RC was doing that in his playing days. He was stealing Tim Duncan's girls. And you got to dump somebody. That's next on After Dark.